Form's good, elbow's good, rotation's all good. Seems better in practice than in games. What do you think it is, Billy?
I think we talked about it a few days ago, or maybe it was just last game. It's just taking your time. You know, the heart rate's up in the game, his desire to play hard. You know, the pace of the game is going so fast, and all of a sudden he's given the ball and he gets a chance to slow down physically. And if he can connect that to his mind, I think what you see is that he's got pretty good form.
Right. It's so correctable, you think?
For sure.
Easily.
Everything is at 19, right. I would hope.
Yeah. Good point.
Can you just talk about Furkan? I mean, he's been 3 for 6 on threes. He's leading the league in summer league in rebounds.
Right.
5 blocks.
Right. Well, he's terrific as a rebounder. We knew that. You know, that's part of the reason that the Sixers wanted him so bad. You know, you saw it in real NBA games, his ability to go after the ball. I think he's come into this summer league wanting to establish himself as like one of the best. And beyond Keith just going and just grabbing them, if you just watch the intensity with which he's going after rebounds, like bodies are moving and flying around and bouncing off of him, and I commend him on his commitment to it.
The 3-point shot, is that something that, all right, let's just take a look at it. What the hell? I mean, I wouldn't assume that's something you're going to rely on from him.
Well, why not? If he's 3 for 6, that's 50%. That would make him one of the best. No?
Yeah, you're right.
So should we not rely on 50% from 3? The numbers would say I'm doing a poor job. We got to get more of them.
What has changed that he's comfortable
repetition.
shooting threes now? Just
repetition. Worked at it. Like, he's got a nice touch. And I think like every player wants to figure out a way where they can contribute offensively from a scoring standpoint. And he believes that if he can go from like 17 feet and stretch it out a few more, and he's really worked on it.
Yeah, because it's like one of those things I remember last year on road trips. He didn't play,
Right.
but he always stayed around and was
Shot.
shooting.
He's committed. He works really hard. You know, he gets in the gym all the time, works on his game. He still has areas that he needs to improve. But I think the best thing about Fu is, regardless of what he gives you offensively, you know you're going to get the just tenacity on the glass.
But I was going to talk about Holmes. I mean, you know, quietly having a pretty good, you know, league too, summer league too.
Rashawn is very confident. The team made a half-court shot for chocolate chip cookies the other night at training camp, and he was the only one that stood up and said he wanted oatmeal raisin. He was pretty confident. When we walked down to that end of the floor, I stood right in that top of the key. I said, what happened right here? And after about 30 seconds of silence, he goes, that's where Michael Jordan made the shot. He just believes in himself. He's just very confident. And when he steps on the court, like, he's not overwhelmed by what's going on. So I think like he's getting more comfortable as time goes on. And the other thing that he said that was interesting is he had 18 draft workouts. So between the draft workouts and the flying around, like, his body's probably just starting to recover because it's slowing down a little bit. You see some of that bounce.
What's he bring physically that you like?
Shot blocking.
Like that double.
Shot blocking. I think when he goes to the rim, he's going 100%. Like, he's going to go dunk that ball, or he's going to go block that ball. So he's committed to that. He attacks the basket.
The 2 games, what have been your impressions of Jaleel? Things that stood out? I know it's super early and all, but just, you know, through these first 2 games and the things that you were looking out for.
Team player, number one. You know, doesn't come in thinking that it's all about him. Matter of fact, I think he goes out of his way to show that it's not. I think he's better defensively than he was probably given credit for. He talks. His communication the last 2 games have been really good. I think he's getting more comfortable with his post moves and figuring out what he's going to do, and like, he's willing to learn. I've been really impressed with his willingness to learn.
How did he bounce back after day 1?
Well, he said he went from a C- to a C+, so I guess that's improvement. That was his. I didn't grade him C-. I thought he was better the first game. I think he bounced back well. And like, there were moments where I would turn around and you would see him on the court and he looked like he was laboring a little bit, just given the back-to-back and the altitude, but he just kept pushing through it.